My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arachir Galadirathon, and I am returning to Warhammer 2. Now, for those, I'm going to just describe the intro a little bit here and talk about what we're going to play. But for those of you who really aren't interested in intros, I have put a link in the description to jump straight to the gameplay. But I did say on the channel I would not do Warhammer 2 on the channel again, and I would stick to DAC, but these are unprecedented times, and I have so much more free time available, with having to stay at home after work every day and being in over the weekends, so I thought, why the hell not? So here we are. I've been playing a lot of Warhammer 2 recently, specifically as Eltharion, where I have now successfully managed to complete the game. Well, I didn't get the actual game's victory conditions, but I got to the point where I knew that I'd won and kind of just stopped. So I'm very used to playing as Eltharion, but I thought, obviously, with the release of the DLC, it makes complete sense to play as someone else. Also, because I've never actually been to this area of the map. The closest is, of course, with Réponse de Lyonnaise from my last time I forayed into Warhammer 2. So I'd be interested to head down there. So we are going to play as Eltharion, who starts with a split start on both Ulthuan and in the southern Badlands. He, of course, as you've all seen, because of every major Total War YouTube channel, I don't include myself amongst them, but every major Total War YouTube channel has played Warhammer 2, and all of them have used Eltharion. I haven't seen many do Mortal Empires, though, which is what I am going to do. So in this one, we start down here, just south of, I think it's called Myrmidon, or the Myrmidons, or something like that, on the northern tip of the southern Badlands, which is in the east of the map, just to the west of the mountains. And we also get Tor Ivres on Ulthuan. We can spread the mist, as many of you will know. We've got the special dungeon feature, which will be interesting to play around with. We don't like greenskins, and we will never get diplomatic relations with them. And we get bonuses to our spear infantry and rangers. Specifically, Eltharion himself boosts your spear infantry and rangers. I'm going to miss my mist walkers. I must confess, Eltharion has a fantastic ambush ability that has made the game a doddle. But we will play as Eltharion. Now, I have currently got it set to very hard, but when I played as Eltharion, I was hard and hard. But I'm going to jump it up one. I am going to jump it up one, which may prove to be my absolute downfall. But anyway, here we are. We're going to play as Eltharion. The other thing, whilst this loads through, is that rather than this fall into sort of a rotation, provided everything has gone according to plan, I have recorded sort of 3 roughly an hour-long episodes to kick us off with and released them all at the same time. So if you are very interested in watching this, the videos are just there for you. So the playlist is ready to go, and then I will add to it in due course, I expect. This game I am playing purely for my own fun, not really for your entertainment, which is an odd thing to say on a YouTube channel.
The last greenskin invasion of Ulthuan
We will let him talk.
cannot go unpunished, Warden. You have left Tor Ivres vulnerable, but your pursuit of Grom the Paunch has forced your hand, leading you here to the Badlands. Savage orcs have already started sending raiding parties against us from their stronghold in Galbaraz. More will surely follow if we do not dispatch them immediately. Orcs and goblins are not the only twisted creatures in this inhospitable place, my lord. Beast men roam these lands, and the taint of the undead slowly spreads from the nearby necropolis of Morgheim. Grom's broken axe tribe are the dominant power in this region. Be sure of your strength before taking them on. And be wary of leaving Tor Ivres exposed before embroiling yourself in war. Vengeance awaits you, Warden. Vengeance for your slain father and brother, and for all your people. Bring ruin to Grom the Paunch, and put an end to the Greenskins' threat.
It shall be done. So, Tor Ivres, we play very specially because we have the Athel Tamara prison, which allows us to do something. I've yet to actually play as Eltharion. So that'll be interesting to know. I know that we get the special Warden's Cage ability in battle, which we can use to trap enemy lords, and then we can do something with them in the prison itself. Where we can then upgrade things through Warden's Supply, which I understand we gather through primarily questing, and then I assume also in battle. Supplies are gained from carrying out certain actions against prisoners in Athel Tamara, or by inducting lords and heroes into your special group of Mistwalkers. Oh, that's interesting. Of course, we get as I understand it as well, some unique units through the Atl system. It keeps flashing at me. Oh, because I can upgrade it, can't I? That one allows us, once upgraded, to start getting recruitment of Mistwalker units. The training ground increases the unit capacity of Faith Bearers. And we all get this Ladriel's Blessing bonus. Skyhawk Sentinels of Asteril, Spire Guard of Torivres. Oh, 3 things. The Skyhawks, Sentinels of Asteril, Spire Guard of Torivres. Again, just boosting unit capacity. Oh, and then that one gives a general bonus to Mistwalk units. But it seems like you're going to need the Mistwalk units. I'm going to go for that one first. Because why not? So as I say, Eltharion starts over here in the Badlands in Grontimingol, south of Myrmidons. I knew it was Myrmir something. But we do also begin with Torivres, which would be very handy because Ulthuan is something of a safe haven that I would hope to capitalize upon, specifically through confederation with some of the lesser people up here. Trace always seems to be aggressive with all the other elves for some bizarre reason. I suppose so that the player has someone to attack. So we may be able to get them on side. But first of all, of course, we need to actually unite the region of Ivres, which is currently under the control of the Skullcrag, disgusting greenskins. We start with an Archmage of Beasts. I've only ever really used an Archmage of Life, and I'm not all that interested in having a Beast one, but I'm not about to delete her and retrain a Lord, because she gives me an income bonus, and I don't have enough influence to get anyone better. Of course, we start with Cavil, as everyone has pointed out, is a running joke. So I won't go into any more detail on that, but we've got him to use to our advantage as well. So, to my mind, we want to ensure that we're securing Ivres as fast as possible to act as a bankroll for Eltharion's ill-advised crusade into the lands to the east here. But we are going to need to do something. Oh, we get salt here. That's interesting. No, we're going to need troops, aren't we? Let's not beat around the bush. The spearmen, I'm fairly certain the spearmen used to be from the barracks, but has now been moved to the colony. Do correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but after the DLC, I'm almost certain that they've swapped the rangers for the spearmen and moved the spearmen to the colony. But rangers I've used a little bit, actually, and they're all right in the early days. But as everyone who's played the High Elves will know, just getting as many archers in your army and then schooling everyone on how arrows work is the best way to win. Although, of course, many people have commented as well to suggest about, when I've spoken about Warhammer in the past, to suggest about dragon blobbing. But I'm not one for the ultimate cheesy tactics. I'm a very average player, so brace yourselves for that as we go on. But we are going to want military, so let us kick off with getting that first.
No glory. Only service.
We can already get some spearmen and it would make sense. What units we got? Silvering Guard, Tamara Faithbearers. Tamara Faithbearers seem relatively good. Very similar to the Silvering Guard, but essentially a more aggressive version. That seems quite nice. Silvering Guard, of course, are just a direct upgrade of spearmen, really. We've only got one unit of archers and the war lions. The one thing that is not different about me in this game, as you will probably expect, is I absolutely hate commanding cavalry. My micromanagement is abysmal. Always has been, and it always will be. I have no interest in improving, no interest in making it any better than it is. So it will always suck a little. Let's just turn off the hero moved. Lord not moved, not bothered about that. I don't care if we've got siege construction. We turn to the vortex, even though it doesn't pop up in this one anyway. And let's also just set up our camera while we're there. I did consider doing this as a live stream, but I wanted it to be as best quality as it could, without throwing shade on other Total War YouTubers. A lot of the videos that I've seen recently that cover Total War Warhammer don't seem to be overly HD, for want of a better word, and I thought if you live stream, of course, you don't get the benefit of how much output my computer can give. But if you're wondering, I'm turning off the camera for all the allies. I'm not bothered about neutrals. This is how I've played as Elithanar, and I'm going to keep on going like this with Eltharion as well. But I really do want to unite Torivres quite quickly, so we're going to want troops here as well. We've only got 474, and I've just used 2 of that on archers. Although, what's the upkeep on Eltharion?
My life for
136, 140. Oh no, that's 390 already. So we can only really get one more unit before we are in the red. But then we can probably get one unit and head out and kill them. We could get some rangers. But what have you got there? You've got Spire Guard of Torivres. They look quite nice, don't they? Considerably better than the archers. But then you're paying for that, aren't you? You're absolutely paying for that. We can afford a single unit, so let's just chuck in some... they're all archers. I'm going to go spears. Although, actually, we're going to take Trelinia quite quickly. So we can probably endure losing about 100 gold coins. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to just train the spear unit and call it a day. Lore Master of Hoeth, link up with her. Oh, sorry, I didn't turn up my own one, did I? We'll make the heroes fastest, but I like the lords to be fast. I do like to watch them walk a little bit. And, of course, we start with military advancements down that tree. It's the interesting split being down here. I quite like that. But once our army is ready, we will kick off. It's frustrating that flashes non-stop. I found a bug in the DLC, actually, or the patch, that I don't know if many people have noticed, but at the moment, whenever I have played any battle where winds of magic are involved, and I have gambled to try and get more, since the patch and the DLC released, the number never changes. I've tested this about 5 times now.
Greenskins have advanced towards Tor Ivris in your
no trouble.
absence. The city's defenses can cope for now, but you may want to take steps towards bolstering them, or return to deal with the invasion yourself.
It's alright, we can leave it in the trusted hands of Lorna. I'm sure she'll be fine. No, I don't think... How powerful is Trelinia? Oh, significantly less powerful than us, so we're not really concerned. Are we liked by most? Kothic like us, that's good. And as expected, Trace and Safri, the two warmongers of the Isles, don't like anybody. They're not in for it yet, but they will be. They will be. We'll have peace and prosperity here in no time, you'll see. Do we want to waste some of the money that we are now losing on getting... Oh, look, it reduces the construction of all your buildings. Yes! That is a building I'm always keen on buying. Alright, let's head off. You try and get over there. And is there a faster way to jump between Eltharion and her? I suppose if you click on keep the Lord's tab open and just click through.
Obey the vow.
Right, you probably haven't got enough to take Galbaraz down straight away. I shouldn't have thought. Oh no, look, it's got a pathetic garrison.
Duty.
We are high elves after all. Challenge is something we rise to. Grunty Mingo doesn't like us. Oh, of course, we're playing on the extra difficulty level now, so we get even higher difficulty, which is fan-bloody-tastic. Let's improve our spear wall line. Otherwise, we can end the turn again. I can't remember what I was saying before the gentleman started speaking. Oh well. She's going to stay behind and unite the lands back here. Did you see how quickly those turns pass? They've done wonders. Why can't they go back and remaster Medieval 2, please? Oh, that is just not worth fighting, is it? Not at all.
We need...
Decisive, thank you very much. We'll occupy. And we already start earning some money, but it really doesn't like us. We really need some public order buildings out here. But we're up. What does she actually give us? So she's got an augment. I'm all about... I much prefer damage dealing, I must confess. I don't really like that sort of meta of just constantly buffing units and things like that. Causes damage to combatants, strong versus multiple components. High chance opponent will resist, and it's not good against a single. That just improves her. And then another augment. And, oh, a magic missile. There we are. That's nice. But first of all, we're going to go Root Marcher. Now, allow me to just say right at the outset, for those who are going to watch along as I play this game, that I will play this game exactly as I will play this game. And what I mean by that is I am well aware, as I've already mentioned, that there are perhaps better ways of doing things. But I'm going to play how I play the game. And if that proves to be poor for viewers, and none of you like watching the way that I play, then so be it. The playthrough will die a death, and this will end as another failed experiment on the channel. But I've played as a Lethanar, as I say, and I've been successful, so I'm going to carry on with the way that I'm doing it. And the way, basically, that I am going to always do it is almost max out the blue line first so that I can really maximize my economy, which is totally alien to me, because normally I'm all about just making my heroes powerhouses. But I am very keen on getting the 15% free upkeep, or 15% less upkeep for my army, coupled that with the Renowned and Feared, which reduces it by a further 8. I'm all about that. So I'm going to go down the blue line before we ever bother with improving anything else, I am afraid.
Take their
But first of
heads.
all, I think we've probably
Leave
got
none
enough.
alive.
Yeah, we'll absolutely dominate that. They should rise up and attack us, I would have thought, though.
Forgive me, Father.
Oh, I'm also... The old habits die hard, and I quick save before every single battle. Despite the fact that in all my hours of playing this game, I have yet to have any crash in the game. I will continue to save the game before any battle ever. I don't intend to save spam, and if I make a bad decision, I will stand by it and live with that bad decision. Aha! The army comes. You think you have enough? You are gravely mistaken, sires. Savage Orc boys, got to cut some of those down. Otherwise, just goblins and orcs. It's a bit naff, isn't it? Some more. It's the same army, just 3 times. Mash One Finger and Icky Ironjaw come for us. But now we do appear on first hand to be woefully outnumbered. But we'll give it a go. Note, of course, I'm only playing on hard battle difficulty because I'm not one for... I'm just not good enough to play on the highest is the base reason. But also because I don't like how cheating the AI gets. Here's a perfect example. We've got 11, which is relatively good. But I'm going to gamble anyway. And it will almost certainly go green and just stay at 11. Yes. Something I've noticed. That happens every single time you gamble now. So gambling until they patch that out is now broken. I'm sure other YouTube channels have picked up on that. But it's something I noted quite quickly. Because in 2 successive battles, it stayed at the same number. And I'd never had that before. So I was thinking, that seems to be broken to me. Right, we really don't have very many troops. I think I've been cocky and blasé and actually attacking and fighting this one. I think we might be in trouble here. But if we can get onto that hill... Again, old habits. I appreciate in Warhammer 2, hills don't actually really do anything. But there's just that little bit inside of me that always wants to be on a hill. It just feels right, you know? It just feels right. So... move into position, if you would. Move into position. Eltharion, you're going to hold down the left. And the War Lions, you're going to flank round on the right. And the Phoenix can hold the right-hand side. The main foe stands before us. I've set up all my keys properly so I can turn off my UI. Fortunately, in later versions of Total War, turning off the UI is a single button press. But turning it off in Medieval 2, I had to set up a macro that presses 3 buttons at once. Very frustrating. But our line moves. The Silvering Guard I have yet to actually use. In my Eltharion campaign, I hadn't really trained any of them yet. And then we've also got these faith thingies, haven't we? Denoted by their red shield and nice golden armor. I should also say I'm not using any mods this time, except the single better camera mod, which I am using. Ah, yes, they're sending the... Eltharion, if memory serves, you... Oh, no. You have a spear, don't you? So why aren't you... Go on, charge into them. Give them a good go. Give them a damn fine thrashing. Right, archers. If you would, mass target. Lions, prepare yourselves around the side. Eltharion's got that. Get the Phoenix ready. Keep up the fire, keep up the fire. Oh, Eltharion could do with a hand. Is that a ranged unit just running at us? It is, isn't it? That's foolish. Right, charge into them while their backs are turned. Both of you go for it. They're sort of all over the place at the moment, aren't they? In come the Lions. The Phoenix didn't appear to do anything at all. Right, we've got that unit routing. You guys charge down there. Soul Quench causes moderate magical damage. Go on, give it a whirl. Can you do that while you're in combat? Oh, yes you can. That's very handy. Ah, no, cancel that when he gets attacked. Archers, change up. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to want you to shoot them. You can shoot them if you would. All the lines scale around. Yeah, we've definitely overestimated our ability here today. But we can vortex on these fools. There we are. It's absolutely amazing, doesn't it? Nice. Right, and they're buggering off. Are you shattered and fleeing? No, you're only... Where's your banner? Oh, it's all the way over there. Oh, there you go. It's moved to you now. Warline sending them on a merry chase. And we got another spear unit in reserve. There we are. The first army is smashed and broken. Reform the lines. Eltharion took a bit of a beating there. We can't risk that, so he's going to have to come back. You guys keep on those. Archers, you're going to want to pull back. You're team 1, aren't you? Get back behind the line before the enemy teaches you the knowledge and message of staying behind the enemy lines. Staying behind your own lines, rather. Although we could do with someone targeting Mash 1 finger. The War Lions are going in, but they run very slowly. They get almost all their momentum at the end. It's a bit bizarre. There's another... Aren't there more cavalry units? Oh yes, look, there they are, right in front. Turn your position, turn your position. Eltharion, what are your other options? Apotheosis restores up to 480 hit points. Oh, that's nice, and it can cause fear. The War Lions are sending them on a merry chase, but they are also... They are also pulling them in closer to our archers. Oh no, that's bad form, but if you can do it there, that'll be alright. Come back in. Turn and fire, turn and fire, turn and fire. Eltharion, you haven't actually managed to do your thing yet, so you can do it now. Let's get the Arcane Phoenix involved. It's in there. The War Lions have gone into those... Oh, they've taken a beating. Is that from the General? No, you guys shoot those archers over there. You two, if you would. He's freed up. Get some shots in on him. The Phoenix is doing all right. Eltharion, can you come over to this side, please, and help on the right-hand side? That'd be really handy. Run the archers away. Turn them all around. Let's get the charge bonus on the Eagle. Yes, the Lions have kept him in place. Come on, get up into the air, get up into the air. Oh, they're flanking us. Get Eltharion into there. Hey, I thought I told you to do that. Get the Eagle back. The line is holding just about. Why'd you keep not doing it? Ah, War Lions are going down though.
Without fail. Without fail. Eltharion.
Go on, give it to them. Give it to them. And you, if you turn around, ready, do it. Ah, I got caught out again.
The warden marches. Understood. Onward. Eltharion moving. Eltharion.
It's because of those orcs, isn't it? He takes too long to do it, and then he's not able to actually do it. You can shoot on them. We got a shot off on the General. Yes, finally. There we are. You guys move forward and support. Yeah, they're going down. But the War Lions have come back. The Phoenix is doing relatively well. If you can support Eltharion, and Eltharion, it may be wasted on them really, but if you can give any support, that'd be fantastic. Cut in on the flank, get the archers around the side. Ah, they've warred again. Damn greenskins. We are significantly outnumbered. Oh dear. The archers are wavering. The Phoenix is all we really have left. She's used all of the vortexes. Hit them, Eltharion, hit them! It's you and the Phoenix versus. If Mash 1 finger hadn't rocked up, I think we would have been alright. But as it stands, we are going to lose. But we should be able to withdraw at least. We could just concede defeat, I suppose, couldn't we? Does Eltharion ever actually run away? He's not unbreakable, is he? No, I don't think so. We may as well just concede defeat. We're just going to take unnecessary losses. Ah, yeah, look, he's just getting ready to bugger off. Let's do it. Valiant defeat. Damn right, valiant defeat. Only 77 men remaining. Well, at least we've got enough money now to retrain again. I think we did all right. It's just a shame that Mash came and got involved. If he wasn't there, I think we could have done that. But there was that extra army that we hadn't foreseen, for we have no scouts or spies or anything at the moment.
Forgive me, Father.
Ah, and they didn't follow it up, so that's all right. Nice. Right, back home, we've been... oh, how I miss Eltharion. I want to ambush them.
Annihilate them.
Oh, we don't need to. It's all right, we can catch them. Again, I'm going to want to resolve this one, because when it's that heavily in your favour, I just don't think it's worth it. Well done, Lorna.
The most gifted.
Oh, wrong button. Bonded service, please. Let's get some cheaper units on the go. And our Lawmaster of Hoeth. Let's start training up the forces. Get that one in early.
I bring Azurian's fire.
If you can, you're welcome to train a few more units. We don't want too many units here because we aren't going up against massive armies. We only really need to unite the Yvres region, and then we're sort of good to go. Also, having a barracks in Yvres seems like a waste. We'll delete that later on. And Eltharion, you are going to have to run away. I don't think they're going to be able to catch you, so let's force march you back to Grontimingol. What can we build here? Ah, we can get a second tier, get some Lothan. Is it worth it to do that? Yeah, we're making 1,200, why not? By the time he can then properly train, we'll have some Lothans good to go. We lost the War Lions, but I'm really not bothered about that. I'm not good enough with cavalry to use it. I'm alright with beasts because they're single entities. They're a bit easier. There's a bit more leeway with beasts. You can forget about them, and it won't matter too much. Whereas cavalry, if you forget about cavalry and it stays in battle, as you all know, it gets absolutely annihilated. Whereas I feel like with beasts you get a bit more leeway, so I'm not too bad at controlling those, but I tend to avoid cavalry, to be honest. Oh, you absolute scumbuckets. We are getting hounded out straight away. Blimey, O'Reilly. They've sailed to us. That's disappointing, isn't it? Very disappointing. I've just seen an army run down there, haven't we? Sour Mudderer. What an interesting read, ridiculous name. Can we start making friends with anyone in the south? No, we cannot.
The Empire.
The Empire! But we've got a port. Why can't we get a port? No, they don't like us. No one likes us, which is quite interesting. I'm very high relations. I do what I can to ensure my relations stay high. And I'm a great power. Oh, I hate that feature. I hate that feature. I am not a great power. Look how pathetically weak I am. Almost all of these balance of powers are against me. Why is that a feature? Oh, I know that there is a mod that removes the great power, but I am almost certain that it won't be working at the moment, so that's a no-go. You're going to have to stay in Grontimingol, and you're going to have to really hope that we can at least get some troop training in. I want 2 of those and 1 of those, please. Sneak Elmbreaker. They had 3 armies at the start of the game. They had 3 armies at the start of the game.
No glory. Only such.
Oh, of course I can't train anything here. I mean, I could have trained another army, but having just 1 extra lord doesn't seem really all that worth it, does it? Strong chance at the moment. It's looking like Grontimingol is going to go down, so she's all we've got. But anyway, let's end turn and find out. I'm so hesitant to end the turn because my brain keeps thinking this is the old version of Mortal Empires, where the end turn times take about 20 minutes. But now, of course, they don't take anywhere near that. Oh, you absolute morons. You attacked me without the support of your ship army. Oh, well, thank you for making it easier. It's always nice when the AI accedes. Accedes? I'm not sure that's a word. When the AI grants you your innermost desire by playing terribly and attacking you in an awful way. Which is what Topknots has done. He's offered himself up to die. We won't bother gambling, but I could have showed you again. Right, Spearmen, stand yourselves ready. This time, it's going to be a lot simpler. We've got 4 archers, which is nice. Eltharion can be used to use his power, and you guys can start... Was there any rain? Was there any cav? Yes. Yeah, send that cav on a merry chase, if you would. That'd be grand. Thanking you very much. Oh, our own archers. I forgot to include them in the archers. For Eltharion! Hello, Eltharion. How are we doing today? Oh, hang on, I didn't move you. Oh, it's because in fact all I did was ungroup and move the same 4. Moron. I thought they looked like they too hadn't moved in position then. Right, if you be so kind as to keep them under fire, and then when they start moving towards you, we'll run you away. No dramas. They may not start moving towards you, of course. And if that's the case, then so be it. What have we got to worry about here? There's some cavalry running around there, which will be a bit of a pain. Eltharion at the moment isn't really strong enough to take that enemy on his own. I was rather hoping, having, again, apologies to hark back to Eltharion so much, but having played with Eltharion, who, whilst being quite a useful campaign general, I don't find all that useful when the battle kicks in. His abilities are phenomenal, or rather his passive boosts to his army are fantastic. But in the actual battle, I think he's pretty garbage, I have to say. And so I was looking forward to having Eltharion, who should be hopefully a little bit more like Tyrion and be something of a master on the battlefield. Come on, drop that cavalry unit before it gets to us. Right, that's the best we're going to get.
It shall be done. Ancestors.
You keep on those, though. Although they're charging into a spear unit, the morons.
I fight for Ivres.
Eltharion, kick us in with one of those.
The might of Ivres. Archers. We advance.
Send the cavalry back. Oh, what a pathetic. This time they've not even put up a damned fight. This is why people play on very hard, isn't it? Yeah, go on, shoot those. Move over here. The Eltharion cavalry archers. As I've already mentioned, and as is being shown again, I completely ignore generals. Ah, but speaking of generals, here is an opportunity to do a tactic that I absolutely love. Which is pulling everyone away from a lord and then raining hellfire down upon them. So, archers, if you would, all come and stand back here. Spears, make yourselves move over on the side. Or Spears, you go over for those. And send the Phoenix. Eltharion, pull yourself out. The archers aren't ready yet. Come on, just stop where you are, just stop where you are. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. You guys come and support those. And you guys run north and hit those. And every archer we've got, target him. And watch his health just absolutely melt away as he stands almost alone in the centre of the field. Yes. You guys doing alright over there? Oh, of course we pulled them back, didn't we? Pull away, pull away, pull away, pull away. Leave him on his own, leave him on his own. Oh, come on. Does that work now? Oh, yes it does. Get him! Shoot, shoot, shoot. You got 20 seconds to kill him. Yes! Or did I need to do that? I've never even used that before. If wounded while ability is active, target character will be imprisoned after battle. He wasn't wounded, he was killed. Does that mean the same thing? Anyway, we've got enough of them. Decisive victory! We lost 126 of our garrison, and actually Eltharion didn't lose a single unit. That was handy. But then he only brought 71, so that's not surprising, really, is it? Icky, I, and George should hopefully now be in our prisons, waiting to go. And the rest of the army will melt away, if, hopefully, anyway.
They will toil for Ivres.
No, I think we did need to wound him, and we didn't do that. But we'll find out in a moment. We'll find out in a moment.
You have successfully
no, it did work.
captured one of the enemy, Warden. The prisoner is being detained in Athel-Tamara, where you can act
Hey!
to help
We can
your
indoctrinate.
cause.
Release the character back to their faction, but you get campaign of line of sight for wherever he is. You steal 5% of the character's faction. Treasury per turn, that's pretty good. And you gain 4 influence per turn and 3 warden supply. Kill him. Gain 500 for Eltharion, 8 influence next turn, and 3 warden supply. How long does indoctrinate work for? I'm thinking indoctrinate's probably the best way to go. Or you can keep him prisoner and get a constant debuff with diplomatic relations, but a bonus to all of my forces when I fight. I'm going to indoctrinate.
A useful asset.
The Warden's duties are not for the faint-hearted, but you have done what is necessary.
Interesting. That's
Ivres still
Oh,
lies
still going.
exposed, Warden. The mists are in a weakened state and in dire need of restoration. Do not delay. Increase Ivres's defenses using Athel Tamara or by bolstering your capital.
Thank you. I will do all that you have said. Keep moving her in. What can we get in Tralinia? Ah, we can upgrade Tralinia. Yes, we will be doing that. It doesn't like us very much at all. Eltharion has gone up, so he can route march us now. And
My life.
we have no money because we've just built that building. Well, no, I think we're going to have to not build that building and give him at least 2 more units. That's going to be the best way to go, methinks. Lothan Seagarda, hear you cry, but then they cost 215, whereas if we get 2 archers, we can actually get 2 archers, so I'm going to do that. Chuck in a spearman as well, what the hey-ho. That should boost his army in nicely. Where did the fellow go that we just gave them back? He's in Galbaraz somewhere because we've got sight range of it.
The Warden.
They're replenishing, but 4 turns is a long time to replenish. I am going to want that because Eltharion has a bonus for all archers and spearmen, so he's going to be something of a militia general for some time. So we want to try and just maximise the benefit we get from them early doors. Otherwise, that's going quite nicely. It's just no one likes me. I don't know why no one likes me. Is it just because... Oh, you're orcs. We might as well just turn you off. No point doing anything with you. But the elves. Why did the elves, particularly Eotane? Come on, man. We're friends. Oh, we're neutral at the moment, actually. Do I have any influence yet? Can I start making people like me? No, but we should get some influence now. We need to start getting some people on side. Allies are absolutely critical in this game, unlike in previous iterations. I find that allies tend to be a little more keen on remaining allies than they did in previous versions. Oh, look, you're just throwing your lives away again, guys. Stop it. Go, live your lives, be free. Somewhere else. There is only death here. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying that. I hate the greenskins. After the Skaven, there's no one I would rather die before playing than the greenskins. There's just nothing about them that entertains or interests me in any way. We're going to gamble, but yet again, everyone, it's going to be broken. And there it is. So whatever it is at the start now is just whatever it is. I wonder how long it takes them to patch things like that out. I can tell you that if that were a problem in Divide and Conquer, you'd have about a year to wait before we patch that out. Oh dear. I must confess that I do thoroughly enjoy this game, and it's such a reason as to why I wanted to do it on YouTube. After actually playing it myself and finally getting some understanding of how to play the game, I did want to return with it. Because it's the age-old problem, isn't it? YouTube channels rise under a particular premise, and for me it is divide and conquer. But after a time, there's always a need to diversify in order for your channel to survive and endure. But that diversification is a real challenge. And you see it across the board. One of the most recent casualties of this problem I have seen is WTF Moses, who started his channel on the wave of success of PUBG. And he got an insane number of subscribers. He has about 100,000 subscribers now, which obviously isn't loads, but it's a good amount in YouTube's grand plan. You guys charge into that if they get any closer. And then now that he's gotten bored of PUBG, he's tried to diversify, but everyone knows him as a PUBG YouTuber. So now that he's doing other things, his view count is just absolutely bottomed out, and he gets hardly any views on his videos anymore. And it's just one of those things. You've just got to roll the dice on certain topics and hope that something sticks on the board, you know? I've used 2 analogies in circumstances. You've got to roll the dice and hope that elusive 20 comes up. Right, we've taken down the cavalry quite nicely, which is... I just hate fighting cavalry. You guys can go in. You guys can all go in. You keep them pinned. Keep them away. Right, if we could all target the archers for now. Let's get that up into the air and do some magic. You can heal them, they're taking a bit of a pounding. Come and help out over here where the army's taking a right beating. Wait for it, wait for it. There, just as they're routing, that'll break them. Perfect. The cavalry doesn't know better. Stay away. You've been taught your lesson once already. They're coming in. We've got sneak arm breaker. But once again, enact the grand master plan. This tactic worked for me so many times. The most recent casualty of my bring them down strategy was Marathi. She was not happy with being targeted by 100 archers. She was really not keen on that, so she went down.
Yes. Understood. For duty.
Ah, you've been flanked. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that one. Eltharion, give him the runaround. Give him the runaround. Oh, I don't think I got him in time. That's just 2 seconds out. Bugger.
Understood. Bleak, but unyielding.
Phoenix is doing alright. The archers are now free to just go after whatever they like. You guys target them. You guys hit those, and you over there. I feel like I am cheesing the game. When I finally realised how overwhelmingly powerful archers are in this game, it just like a switch just flicked, and every campaign since has been a doddle. Particularly for the High Elves, of course. And once we get the Sisters of Avalon out, the enemy just doesn't even... There's not even point... They shouldn't even bother turning up. It's a done deal. Most of the battles are over before they've even begun. Ah, but speaking of done deals, we have a second chance with this Orc War Boss.
I will. Warden repositioning.
Oh, you only get one use of it. Damn. Well, kill him anyway. Bring him down, bring him down, bring him down. Go on, he's not going to get away. He's not going to get away. And if he does get out of range, the Phoenix is waiting. Come on. Yes! Gladly. Grontimingo. We're going to have to rename that, aren't we? Because that's just a ridiculous name. Silly, silly, silly name. I find it very interesting that when you play as Eltharion in Mortal Empires, Grom the Paunch starts in the Misty Mountain. In Eltharion, just to the east. Whereas when you play as Grom the Paunch in Mortal Empires, he begins in Massif Orcal, just south of the Reichland. Although, isn't it pronounced Reikland in this game, actually? No, because they call themselves Reiksguard Knights, don't they? I'm sure it is Reichland, because obviously it's named after the Reich. That should have been fairly evident. How much money would we get? Not worth it. Recruit rank, plus 100 for all units. I'd rather just get some extra replenishment. That's what I tend to always use. I don't want to just name it a Lord of the Rings name, though. Oh, yes, we did catch him! Yes! Just in time! Absolutely fantastic. Welcome to Athel Tamara. Oh, it doesn't pop you up his name. That's disappointing, isn't it? Oh, there's a dustbin lorry driving outside. Blimey, I wonder what that was. I thought my computer was about to explode. This time, we could kill him straight off and gain... Yeah, let's just do that this time. We've got enough supply now to... We could upgrade that to number 2. Recruit rank plus 3 for all Mistwalker units. But when it says allow the recruitment of Mistwalker units in the local region, I assume that means Tor Ivres. I assume we are in Ivres when we are doing all of this stuff. We can get a second prisoner hold. That seems relatively useful to get early doors. And over here, we've got a ruined shrine to Loic, which gives 1 influence per turn. Ah, that's handy. Influence is so useful as the elves. Obviously, it's their main mechanic. I'm going to go for that.
A stronghold for the ages.
And the second tier gives us 2. Yes, please. I'll be doing that. Thank you kindly.
High Elven Archmage.
I don't know what is going on with that lorry. I'm sorry if you can hear that. That is
Strike them down.
earth-shatteringly loud to my
wings
ears.
of magic guide us.
Right, this one is a goblin army. We've only got 3 archers though, but some of them are the Spire Guard of Tor Ivres, which should be alright. They're only slightly better than archers though. But
They can.
in a circle. We'll keep them busy. They can come for us.
We need not fear.
Hopefully attacking the orcs will make our...
Defender.
No, Trace I'm not bothered about Trace. They always hate me.
Loyal servant.
Oh, interestingly, Safri likes me. That's damning, isn't it? That's like getting a letter from Sauron saying, hey, I really like what you're doing, and then realising, I'm the bad guy. This is not as it was supposed to be. Right, Eltharion, you are boosted by 2 points. That's fantastic. So I'll be taking both of those, please, to reduce your recruitment. And we're just gonna head out there and finish those off. Replenish our troops. Get another tier up.
Duty is purpose.
I'm also quite keen on Merchant Lord. I think that's a useful one to have. I do like that one. Apotheosis is the healing, isn't it? 480. That's obviously way more useful on a single target than spread out amongst individual. But I mean, that's what I've got at the moment. But I am going to get the third bonded service, and then everything he recruits is cheaper. Although we've got very little money. But what should we rename Gronti Mingol to? I don't know. I often use the word Nor for new because I just make words up because I like it. Let's call it... let's name it after the little island that we've just taken, which is the region one. Ivres, let's pop back over here. Tralinia. Let's call it Nord Tralinia because why not? Because Gronti Mingol sounds like an orc word and I'm not about that, so... Nord Tralinia, there we are. We're in. New Tralinia.
Do not greet me as a friend.
Hello, Valmir.
Nor are we foes yet.
Disagree with that?
Damn it, man! Join me!
We may not be the Empire, but our realm has riches and strength in equal measure.
That's a lot more money than I should be giving you, just for a non-aggression pact. But I need to...
ignore
You didn't even want 1,000 gold coins, just to agree to not fight each
My
other.
life.
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. Right, we've smashed the back of the greenskins. Let's head over there so that we can still get just a little bit more replenishment. And even though we're going to lose money, I'm going to train some more troops because we've just brought down the recruitment cost. But of course, we're going to lose money thereafter, so we'll need Galbaraz quite quickly. But I think another spear unit's going to be very handy. And we'll take another archer as well. Trelawney, you can finally upgrade. Yeah, go on.
Wrath of the heavens.
Oh, I'm not in the right region, am I? I'm just thinking, I really don't want that. I'd much rather turn that into a money-making building now. And also a public order. But then when Trelinia upgrades, we'll be able to get the public order there. Let's go for that then, yeah. I'm very tempted to delete that and change it into a money building. But we'll wait till we've taken... Let's just wait till we've unified the region. There we can go. What rights do we get instead of the super massive assassin that you get for Alethanar? We get the Invocation of Hoeth, Assyrian, Ladriel, and Vol. So Ladriel's R1. Plus 200% casualties suffered from the Mists of Ivres. We haven't got that yet, so it doesn't matter. Minus 15% for enemies starting their turn in the region with the Mists. Basically, it just makes the Mists incredibly useful. And gives our army an ability to envelop in Mist. Snipe, Stalk, and Unspottable. This unit remains hidden while firing. Oh, that's really handy. This unit can move hidden in any terrain. That's just hide anywhere, but they've given it a name. And if this unit can hide at its current location, it will not be spotted until the enemy is very close. That's quite handy. But we need to be in the mists. Oh, and it only works for 30 seconds. But we do get an ambush chance in the mist as well. That's handy. And then what's the one that we can currently actually do? Ah, the influence one. And public order is boosted and costs are down. But we will then absolutely lose all the money we've got. No, we can't. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. Oh, wrong one. Let's go back to the southern Badlands. I'm not interested in the other provinces. I just want the elves to like me. Have we got enough influence to start making at least someone like me? Particularly Eotane? No, we need 5. Only one more turn.
No failure.
Only one more turn and then they'll like us. They'll be on board. Why wouldn't they like us? I grant that I'm a grim guy and from all the media I've seen, Eltharion seems to be a bit of a buzzkill. But I mean, come on. We're still elves, and damn fine fighters at that. But anyway, we're up against goblin scum. Disgusting verminous filth that creeps and crawls from the crags of the world. But Lorna, this is the first time we're actually going to use her. But she doesn't really have any abilities yet, other than her default one, which is improves our melee attack and defense, if memory serves. This is why I'd quite like the Life Mage, because she starts with the ability to heal you, and the Great Tree Power thing, which is a nice ground-targeted spell. I prefer the ground-targeted ones, because then you can catch more than one unit. Just to show you the gamble thing, we're on a different character now, and it still does exactly the same thing. So I won't mention it again, but I just wanted to show... Just take a moment to enjoy the area we're in. That's the most random rainbow I've ever seen. It's actually rising up out of the ocean. Those ones up there at least fit a little better. But here we are in one horrible, horrible battle map. They've got reinforcements coming in over there. We don't know where they're going to be. We've got the cavalry to, first of all, tick them off for a little while.
Understood.
Keep them busy. We've got some forest, which would be handy, but I just hate these maps so much. Everything in me tells me to withdraw to a nice flat plain like over here, but I just don't think that really is the best course of action. Although actually this probably would be good because we can hide the archers in the trees. So we are going to do that. It will give them an opportunity to unite their army though. If you start in the trees, you'll be hidden and we can move you into the trees. We've got our Lawmaster and we've got her, and she improves power, recharge rate and power reserves. She's got that ability. She can make the enemy recharge slower, and then she's got Wisson's Wild Form. Plus armor and plus base weapon damage. No, I got that wrong then. And Flock of Doom. Oh, she does have a direct attack one. That's not too bad then, is it? Reavers start up there. Right, so they're all there. Purple orcs. Goblins. Goblins! No one likes the goblins, surely. That's why they've waited so long to redo the greenskins, because they are far and away one of the least popular nations. In fact, actually, I was looking at the Steam achievements for Warhammer 2 the other day, and one of the only 0.1% of players have ever won a single-player greenskin campaign. Not on very hard difficulty, just merely won a campaign. It is in, there are about 5 or, I think there are about 8 or 9 achievements that only 0.1% of players have ever obtained. And one of them is win a greenskin campaign. And I think, granted of course, many people probably don't bother going for the actual win conditions, myself included. They last forever. You get to a point where you know you've won and then you want to play as someone else. That's just human nature. And it happens all the time. But the fact that the other nations all have at least had some people play right to the end shows that greenskins are not all that popular. Ah, bugger, they've got trolls. Monstrous infantry. They need to bring the trolls because otherwise they're just a horde of garbage. And then the reinforcements are obviously hidden in the trees over there. Why have I run you away? Go back and keep harassing them.
Command me.
Lawmaster, have you got anything? You've got Shem's Burning Gaze. We'll use that to our advantage. Oh, and you've got a potion. 1,008 hit points. Blimey, that's handy.
Eltharion archers, move!
Right, Eltharion archers. There is one target, of course, that must be downed before anything else is downed. And it's those disgusting filth climbing down the hill there. They're literally exuding filth as they charge. Oh, how I hate thee. Don't let them shoot back at you, though. But do keep up the fire. Ugh. I want my Mistwalkers back. I know these can fire while moving, and they're doing a dandy job of it, but the Mistwalkers were just so nice. And under Eltharion, they were like one-man armies. When you get him up to level 30 or so, Eltharion's armies were just so useful. Right, I really could actually do with you pulling the trolls down here, because I'd like to shoot them with the rest of my archers. So if you can kind of curl them across. They haven't lost an entity yet, but they're taking a reasonable bit of damage. No, you're shooting the wrong thing, you daft fools. Shoot the damn trolls. Archers are ready in the trees. Move forward. After moaning about how I don't like the fact that they auto-run as default, I completely changed my mind on that. And I looked into the settings as you all suggested, and learned indeed that you can set it to walk as default, and I found myself hating walking as default. So I readily concede I was completely wrong, and that was a foolish thing to have said. Come on, drop them. We don't want them in and amongst our rabble. We can deal with the goblins, but these scum.
It will be done.
They're cutting in, Spearmen. They're cutting in, but we'll keep up the fire on them. Don't you worry about that.
Lawmaster of Hoed.
Pull him to the side.
Spellcaster Supreme.
Oh, you're a ground target. Oh, no, you're not. You're a target.
Observe my radiance.
The river trolls are routing. Yes, they're broken and they're gone. You will not find victory here, scum. Nice. And then if you could flank into the side of those, that'd be very handy.
Eltharion archers. Acknowledge. Advance.
Cavalry in to disrupt.
Disciple of Hoeth.
Boost them up. Probably should have done that against the Lawmaster, actually, shouldn't I? That was silly. No, cancel. Belay that. Target those ones instead. I'm burning through my winds of power, I appreciate, but if we can cut them off early doors, keep the Reavers going. Did the trolls actually run? Ah, yes, this is the Warhammer 2 equivalent of corner camping. Oh, bugger.
I will triumph.
We advance.
Assyrian
They will absolutely annihilate that Archmage. She is useless in battle,
It is my goal.
as is being quite handily shown by the fact she's taking a ton of damage.
Illyrian archers. Ah, sir. Move.
I can't believe the spearmen ran away that quickly, though.
Archmage.
Let's get the archers through the middle. And then turn and go up the hill. Go, 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 go. Oh, you caught just a few of them, that's alright. Once you're at the top of the hill, turn around and charge into those.
We will obey. Loyal.
Hit those Orc boys. I don't think we're going to win this one either, sadly. Oh, and she's totally dead. She is absolutely annihilated. Lawmaster! Although, can you get one of those off just before you do? No. Just charged into our own Orc. Whoops! No, don't go! Don't go! Alright, we've done ourselves... Oh, we've done ourselves out of our own. She could have got another couple of flocks in, surely. Which one is actually attacking at the moment? Ah, we wanted the spires, really, didn't we? Keep raining hell down on those, though. They are significantly outnumbered. Should have retreated when we had the chance, really. And again, I feel like conceding defeat may be a better course of action than trying to kill anything, because as we know we're going to lose, they're all going to replenish anyway. So everything we kill doesn't really matter now. And as I'm saying that out loud, I'm agreeing with myself. Let's just call it a day. No, it was close. I mean, it wasn't at all. They have thousands. Quite literally, more than 1,000 units survived on their side. And hardly any of mine did, but... we're going to have to go back. Sorry, I'm itching my neck. I don't know how loud that is in the microphone. We're going to have to go back, build more archers, and come back again. We've rolled the
Seek
die,
safety.
and we've got the poor number. Oh, please don't go to war with me. Why have you entered a trade agreement with me? Oh, these elves are so fickle. Oh, yay. 9 influence gained. Right, there's all the money that we're losing. Complete the Invocation of Ladriel and we'll get 10 influence and a Lawmaster's Cloak.
Prince Eltharion.
At the moment, Ivres goes poorly, so it's all on you, Eltharion. Why is that so? Oh, because of course it's a city, isn't it? Idiot.
Tor Ivres.
Right, they probably will get reinforcements, as we would expect, but we've got sight range at the moment, which is very handy. I noticed that they sort of went back on the sight range thing, didn't they? So in Med 2 you can build watchtowers, and then they exist forever. Once built, everyone gets them. And then in later Total War games, they just give you constant sight range of any region you control.
Destiny lies there.
But then in this one, they've gone back again.
True
And now you actually have no way of knowing of knowing where the enemy is. There's no real guaranteed sight range. Although actually, do you get full sight range of your province, but you just don't get to see over the borders? I think that's what it is.
Magic in pure.
Right, we're losing money, despite the fact that she's lost some forces. But then, of course, unless the entire unit dies, nothing really happens. I'm not bothered about spreading public order, and you've already gone up on your training. So, do we make that better, or sword player him? Makes him a bit better, doesn't it? Let's sword player him. What the hey?
I bring Azurian's fire.
We haven't got very much money, so we can't really get too many troops. But we need archers in this army. We just need archers. Now they're gonna. That should give us just enough time. Galbaraz will fall relatively quickly. The garrison at Galbaraz is pathetic. So as soon as we've got some siege to take down the walls, we can move in, and then that will at least give us some nice money. But the garrison is garbage. There's just no threat from that. Oh, I didn't do intrigue. Oh, and Safari are totally, or Kothic, sorry, are totally gearing up to attack me. I need to get them back on side. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn, 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 blast, damn, and blast again and damn. This time we're going to go straight in. Intrigue at the court. Eotane, I would like you very much on side, but how much does Gothic cost? 5. I can do you both. Perfect. There we are. Nicely done.
Take their heads.
How many turns do you have to attack for? Oh, if we only wait one more turn, he'll get a siege ram. Which is about all we can wait because our money's going. The money situation is taking a bit of a dive.
High Elven Archmage.
Have you got enough? No, not really. Your replenishment is 5 turns. If I encamp you,
Even Archmages sleep.
it only drops to 4. It's nothing. It's garbage. Because of that bloody troll woman. Where's the troll woman?
More than fungus.
Shifty Gutstabber was definitely not. Unless she or he is a troll.
Trained by the White Tower.
Oh, no, there we are. No, that's an agent. No, that's an agent. Right, we'll wait there just a turn until Eltharion has done his magic. Worked his magic. Oh, we're losing money because you've stopped trading with me, didn't we? Did you really hate me? They condemn aversion. They just have an aversion to me, apparently. Brilliant. That's perfect. Eotane likes me, though, and it's improving with them. Still not down with that, though.
I'm listening.
Safari's on board, but Safari tends to not like anyone else. Although they're trading with
I
Eotane,
am
so that's not too bad,
incredibly
is it?
busy. Unlikely.
They just really don't like me. We really need to get... we should once we've finished here, so we can start scouting the Isle and finding more of them, we must find someone that likes us. We can't keep on with this hatred. We may have to go now, because Mash is coming back. But all we've got at the moment is a single tower. And it's heavily in their favour with only having 1 battering ram. But if we wait, I think Mash... Oh, but then if we wait, I think we can take them. The garrison's garbage, and Mash has only got like 6 units. But he's got a hero with him. But no, we can take them. We can damn well take them. But what that is going to be is the content of the second episode, because I think we're about an hour in now, and I hope to do, as I say, 3-hour-long episodes just right off the bat. So if you've enjoyed this, you can then watch the second episode straight away. It's like Netflix on YouTube. But do let me know your thoughts. Do post in your comments. Obviously, I won't see them until after all 3 videos are recorded, but let me know how you found it, whether you've enjoyed it and whatnot, and because I'm able to do this at the moment with all the spare time that we have, as I said in the introduction. So... and I do enjoy it. And I feel like I'm a lot better than I was when I played as even Réponse, which wasn't even that long ago, but certainly when I first played, which was 2 years ago, actually. But anyway, for now, that's going to conclude this episode. So thank you very much for watching if you have. I do hope you've enjoyed, and please do let me know if you have enjoyed. You don't have to thumb it up or anything. I'm not bothered about YouTube's algorithm. But do just post a comment or something to let me know that you liked it. If a thumb up is the way you do that, then that's brilliant. I'd like to know whether or not this is worth continuing with. But for now, and until we speak again, dear friends, as the Sindar say, Navar Naden Pedamad Melonin, and farewell.